What's up guys, and welcome to another Pokemon Sun and Moon video, and today I'm going to tell you guys and sort of give you a little trick to get a lot of leftovers in the game themselves. So whether you've played the game already and you're sort of looking to get into competitive, obviously leftovers is a fairly common item and it's helpful to have quite a few of them rather than just have one and have to keep moving about, and it's pretty good for general sort of post-game stuff as well if you're looking at shiny hunting. It's always good to have leftovers on your Pokemon because then you just get some health and restoration. You have to worry about dying at all. So I'm gonna, even if or if you're just playing normal game, and you can actually get this, you can do this little trick or whatever you want to call it after you beat the first grand trial. So basically at the end of the first island, which is actually pretty early on in the game, and you can do this as much as you want and get as many leftovers as you want ever. So first up, as I mentioned, you have to beat the Grand Trial on Melee Island, which gives you access to, first up, Tauros on the Poké Ride, as well as, the Tauros on Poké Ride gives you access to other stuff. The first thing you want to do after that is you want to go to Verdant Cavern, and if you go back to where the Totem, Gumshoes or Raticate was, if you break all the rocks and sort of go up the ledge, I suppose it is, to the top, there'll be a TM there, and it's TM46 Thief. Now, why do we want Thief? Well, the way we're getting leftovers in this game is we're stealing them from wild Munchlax, because, we're bullies, basically. So you want to go back to Route 1, just outside, the town where you get your Tauros on the Poké Ride, and what you want to do is you want to collect a team of 6 Pokemon that have Thief as their move. Now, a lot of Pokemon can learn Thief. It's not sort of a very specialised move. A lot of Pokemon can learn it. In particular, we have, in terms of generations 7, Rattata and Raticate can both learn it in their lowland forms. Butterfree can learn it, so if you've used one of those and evolved it, you can definitely teach it to that. Yungoos and Gumshoos can also get it, as well as the Pikipek line, as well as Meowth and Persian as well, lowland forms. Bear in mind, Meowth can have pickup though, and that will sort of screw over our sort of plan here, so maybe not Meowth, but Zubat learns it, and as well Ladybird learns it as well. So loads of possibilities. You can probably assemble a team of 6, and as long as they're about level 10, level 15, you should be alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to break through the rocks outside, sort of a Route 1 just area, and we're going to break through and we have these extra patches of grass. Now these grass areas have different Pokemon in them to normal. So in here we can actually find some Munchlax, and it's only a 5% encounter rate, so it's not sort of a very common Pokemon, but once you find it, you'll be able to get yourself at least, or basically 6 leftovers. So you just want to run around the grass, run until you find a Munchlax, and eventually he'll pop up. So then, after that, you want to switch to a Pokemon that can use a Thief on him but not kill him, okay? So what we want to do is you want a Thief, you grab yourself leftovers as long as you're not holding an item in the first place, probably make sure not to do that. You Thief him, you get your leftovers, boom, then you switch to another Pokemon. Now, you don't want to use Thief again because of course he's not got a leftovers anymore. What you want to do is you want to wait for him to call for help. And this can easily be done. You just have to sit and wait. It's easier once they're at lower health points, at least under half health points, so maybe just, inch him down a bit. Do not paralyze or poison or anything like that, because then they will not call for help, so you must leave them as so. So hopefully we can take some few hits, and of course if you want to, you can also buy yourself an Adrenaline Orb if you're further along the game. It's 300 Pokédollars from the Pokemart, so this is really nothing at all. You can buy yourself a whole batch of those, and it'll just make it more, a bit quicker basically, and more Munchlax will get called in. So they're calling them a Munchlax, then you use different Pokemon, use Thief, they'll get a leftovers from that Munchlax, and you can feel free to kill that Munchlax. Another one will then come eventually, you switch to another Pokemon, Thief that one, get yourself another leftovers, and just repeat this until you have done it for every single Pokemon in your party, so you'll have 6 Pokemon with leftovers on. Then you can feel free to kill the original Munchlax or just run from the battle, and then you'll have 6 leftovers, so you can pull them out, pop them in your bag, and then you can go again, just find yourself another Munchlax and, Thief them again, 6 more leftovers. As I mentioned, Meowth is probably not the best one to do it with since it has pickup, and with all these wild encounters it's likely to pick up an item, in which case you won't be able to use leftovers, and there's no way to do, get more than 6 per battle, apart from maybe at the end, wait for another Munchlax to come in, kill the original one, and then if you catch that Munchlax, he will be holding your leftovers, so you can get sort of 7 in one battle. Sometimes a Snorlax will be called. Snorlax also holds the leftovers, so you can feel free to do that as well. Use Steve on him the same, and yeah, basically that's just as simple as that. Get some Munchlax, chain them a little bit, and steal their leftovers, and you get quite a lot of leftovers in a very short time. It's about half an hour getting 12, which is probably more than in previous games, so probably better than previous, I suppose. So hopefully this video helped you out. Let me know if you're going to be grabbing yourself some leftovers. I think I certainly will be during my next playthrough, because it's actually a pretty helpful item to play for the game with, and I probably prefer it to these Z crystals, but that's just me. Let me know what you're doing in Sun and Moon down below, and if you enjoyed the video and it was helpful to you, hit the like button. But for now, this is going to be it for today, so I shall be seeing you next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, my friends.